Oh, what's good, you guys? My name is Anime, and today I bring you guys some more Black Ops gameplay. Playing with Mr. Shibbles, some TDM, and using the Golden Galil. And I love playing Black Ops with Mr. Shibbles. Brings back to a lot of memories. Back when Black Ops first came out, him and I used to play a lot. And right now, we don't play as often as we used to, which is a shame. I would love to play with him more often, but that's life, right? But yeah, so today I'm bringing you guys another episode of the Discussing Things I've Eaten. I think this is episode 3. If you missed any of the other episodes, of things discussing things I've eaten, you click on the link in the description below to take you to the playlist where you can watch all of them and enjoy them, leave your comments and your likes and your favorites or whatever, and share with your friends. And make sure you guys let me know what disgusting things you've eaten in the comments below. Who knows, maybe I'll do a dual call with you and let you guys share that with share that story with me and the rest of my subscribers. I think they might enjoy that. But anyways, moving on. This probably happened around, I'm gonna guess and say about 15 or 16. Honestly, I can't remember how old I was when this happened. But I'll give you a little backstory. Growing up, my brother, I wasn't a very picky eater. I'd eat anything in any kind of situation, more or less, as long as it wasn't fish. I've always hated fish, excluding tuna. I enjoy tuna, but any kind of fish, whether it be cod or salmon or anything like that, I never liked them. But anyways, but he was a very picky eater. He was like, how do I explain it? Like, okay, if we had something like every day of the week, so for example, let's say we had peanut butter and jam sandwich for a week straight for lunch. He is the type that would be like, oh, I hate. The next week he'll be like, oh, I hate peanut butter and jam sandwiches. I never did like them. Stop giving them to me, blah blah blah. And he'll have to find something new. And he was also like the everything had to be clean kind of thing. So like, for example, he loved pancakes, he loved waffles. Like, I think that was the only thing that he would eat every day of the week kind of thing if he could. And but every time we had pancakes, things would get messy because of the syrup. Like sometimes we syrup on the table and the table becomes sticky. We get on his fork or his knife and it becomes sticky, and he didn't want to eat it, and he would complain and be like, oh, I don't like pancakes, I hate pancakes, my fork is all sticky, my knife is all sticky, the table's all sticky, and he wouldn't eat it. And same thing applies to even sometimes now, well, okay, not so much now, but like more recently anyways, when it comes to like Big Macs from McDonald's. Like, if it's not made properly and it's kind of like falling over the place and like kind of sloppy, he would complain, he wouldn't eat it at all. And which was good for me because then I get to eat it. But but anyways, so there was one time where for lunch I wanted Kraft dinner. Now I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think in the States you guys call that Kraft macaroni and cheese dinner, or just macaroni and cheese or something like that. But for the sake of this video and simplicity, I'm going to be calling it Kraft dinner. So if you're from the States, Kraft macaroni cheese is the same thing as Kraft dinner, except you guys still have the cheeseosaurus on the package. At least I think you do. You did when I was there like 2 years ago. Anyways. So I want a Kraft dinner, and Jeffrey didn't want to because we've had that, many times this week. And he's like, okay, well, I want something else. My mom's like, well, what do you want? What do you want, Jeffrey? And he's like, okay, I want chicken noodle soup. So my mom's like, okay, well, I'll make them both at the same time. Well, roughly the same time. I'll start the Kraft dinner, and about halfway through, I'll throw in the chicken noodle soup on the stove as well. So my mom has 2 pots on the stove going. So she, like, more or less, she made the Kraft dinner. So she boiled the noodles, whatever, strained it out, and then put it into the back into the pot. Added the butter, the milk, and the cheese. And she went to go open up the can of chicken noodle soup. And when she did that, I guess she wasn't paying attention. She might have been on the phone or something. But instead of pouring it into the empty pot, she ended up pouring it into the already made Kraft dinner pot. And I still remember this like crystal clear, because when she did that, it was the first time I ever heard her swore. And like, growing up in my family, like, they were always big on never saying fuck or shit or dick or any kind of curse word. I couldn't even say hell in my house. Okay, I could not say hell without getting punished. My dad hated it, and I don't know why. Like, my parents raised me to be Christian, but I never ended up really like going to church that much. But anyways, excuse me. So she did that, and she was like, okay, well, I don't know why, but she started mixing around. I'm like, I'll still try it, I'll still have it. And I think this is the point where trying disgusting things actually started for me, because I guess more or less, I mean, that's the earliest thing of disgusting things I've eaten. It really comes into my head. But so she mixed it up, she stirred it up. Of course, my brother's now pissed because he has to wait longer for his lunch. And but like I said before, he was a really picky eater, and he gets very mad when he doesn't get food that he wants, that he wanted. So my mom stirred it up, and then she went down and got another a can of chicken noodle soup, and she served it to me, and I ate it, and I'm not gonna say it was good, but I'm not gonna say it was bad. It wasn't like it gave me a disgusting choke up face. But it didn't. It wasn't enough for. It wasn't good enough for me to go, hey mom, want to make that chicken noodle soup craft dinner again? You know what I mean? But I do remember that she did make it again for me. I think I asked her like maybe a couple months later to do it, and it wasn't as good. I've never done it since. I guess the first time she did it right. The second time she did it wrong. I don't know. How do you fuck that up? But anyways, yeah, you know what? I say you guys should try that. Go try that. Add some chicken noodle soup into your craft dinner, or craft macaroni and cheese dinner, whatever. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit that like button. As always, stay dirty.